Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Thank you for
Shalom.
joining us. Another session of the School of Thought. Today, first I want to say thank you for my birthday, the holiday of the year. Okay? It is the favorite holiday of the year. So thank you for all of you who sent me happy birthday, who wished me happy birthday, who was there with me celebrating my birthday. So thank you. I just want to, really everybody, all the teachers have done fabulous today with the perspective of today's teaching. And so no need to really, do I need a mic?
I think if we don't have any guests online,
Can everybody online hear me? Am I don't want to sound too far away.
But Facebook Live.
Online. Is there a mic
No,
for
you're
me to
good.
put on phone?
We can hear you're good on Facebook Live.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. They can go to Facebook.
We're gonna make them go to Facebook Live because there's no guest on the phone line.
Okay. But online could hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So first, thank you for celebrating this special holiday that I was birthed on earth. And it's a beautiful holiday. So let me know you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Need to move that a little bit to the right, just a little bit. Just a little. No, yeah, right there. Not too much. Right there, slightly. Thank you. But I also want to invite all of you to the Lunch and Learn on next weekend, next Saturday. And I'm excited. I really am excited. It's so pretty pink. Thank you, Miss Sharon. It is going to be a fabulous time to launch what I've already been called to do, but from a different perspective, from a higher level of what I've been called to do. And for the of you that may not understand that my passion and desire, especially for us as believers, that we learn how to maximize the fullness of the Word of God in life. I believe we've mastered in growing our spirit. We mastered all the exercise or the spiritual exercise. We mastered preaching and teaching, speaking in tongues, shouting, all the world of the spirit world. But we have not yet mastered how to translate that spiritual language into our everyday life to succeed. And some of us have a mindset that we have to make a choice whether we succeed or we choose the spiritual world. And that's not the way we were created. So I have been given this gift to give you clarity and understanding in how to translate all of that spiritual principle into a soulish, natural principle so you can live the fullness of life, that you don't have to compromise to choose one or the other. When God is speaking and he give us a word of scripture, in the scripture, he teach us how to penetrate through the principle, the spiritual principle, and how to be in relationship with him. But in that same scripture, we have to learn to go further to pull out the principle how to live life on earth. Because every realm of life is governed by something. And if we don't learn the government of those realms, we're using one government from one realm and we assume that it's supposed to take us to every realm. A natural example, I believe, was this basketball player, I forgot her name, who got arrested in Russia because she had marijuana in her suitcase.
Brittany Griner.
What is it?
Brittany Griner.
Brittany.
Brittany
Okay.
Griner.
And she got arrested in Russia because it was illegal there. It's legal in America. So sometimes, you know, us an American, we just assume if it's legal here, the whole country better accept it and it better be legal everywhere. So we don't learn the government, or we dare to challenge of the government because we're American and it's okay for us. And what happened? She got in trouble like anybody else. If you break the government, you break the principle, you break the law from another country. That one country it's okay, but the other country is not. And that's what's happening with us. We were born with spirit, body, and soul. So that's mean there's a different government for our spirit, different government for our soul, different government for our body. And I've been called in that place to teach and to educate, especially believers, about the government of the other part of us. Because one part, the spiritual part, yes, been taught to do that. Now, I'm also been taught, and somebody look for the scripture for me in Exodus, I believe it's 18, chapter 20, when he told Moshe, God told Moshe, teach the people how to educate the people, teach them the law, spiritual law, but also teach them how to live. And that's the part which a lot of us had not mastered. But I'm called in that place. That's what I'm called for. So that's me. God provided someone to teach us, to educate us how to live life. You found it? Exodus 18 chapter. And using even the Parashah today about Tazarat, the leprosy. If you look at each portion from the Torah, the half Torah and the Beit Hadashah, they're basically speaking about the same principle, which is the principle of following instruction. Now, all of the principle, even when Yeshua, let's go to the one, I just want to show you real quick. Even when the one Yeshua said, let's go to Matthew. You found it?
Exodus
Read it for me.
18:20. You should teach them the laws and the teachings and show them how to live their lives and what they should do.
So, teach them the law and the teaching, that the spiritual realm. Teach them the laws, teach them the instruction, teach it to enhance their relationship with me, and also teach them how to do what?
And show them how to live their lives
All
and
right.
what work they should do.
Okay, so watch this. Teach them the spiritual laws. They have to have relationship, and show them. That's when you skip from not just education, but show you how. Because a lot of us say, well, tell me what to do, but I need to show you how to do that. Because you can't just take that spiritual principle and just put it in there. I know how to do it. Let me do it. God specifically told Moshe, show them how to do it. So a lot of people I see that like to do life by themselves, or we pick the people we want to do life with, and we pick the people we want to hear to teach us how to do life or to show us how to do life, but it's not the one that God have instructed and authorized to teach you. We just pick whoever we want. And something that I say often to people that say that I'm their coach or their mentor, but they don't talk to me. And you want to keep doing life by yourself and then want to come and show me what you've done, which is backwards. Because now you're going to show me all that you've done with all the mistakes that's in it, where I could have shown you how it's done and it's much easier. Right? Yeah. Now, with Yeshua, when he said in the portion for this week, after Yeshua came down from the hill, the large crowd, he followed, then the man afflicted with leprosy, Tazarat, kneeled down, and he said, if you be willing, clean me. Yes, he said, clean. And he said, yeah, be thou clean, right? I'm willing. And at once he was clean from the Tazarat. Then Yeshua said to him, here come the instruction. See that you tell no one, But as a testimony to the people, go and let the Kohen, which is the priest, examine you and offer the sacrifice that Moshe recommended from the beginning. This is the Torah. He didn't do something different. Let me show you this. Because what we do mentally, we say, okay, we have a relationship with God. And we go in the corner and make up stuff and say, well, God okay with that. And but Yeshua didn't abolish the commandment from Moshe. He said, go do what exactly Moshe said to do. I didn't change my mind from the beginning because that's my principle on earth. So what we're lack of in humanity is following instruction. We follow instruction that's the wrong instruction, but we have a problem following the correct instruction on life. Because why? Because spiritually, we assume the same government and the same principle that we use in the spirit realm that cause us to give us miracles, that cause us to, be thou Shazam, and we want to use that in our soulish realm. We want to use that in the natural. We don't want to do no work. Now, there's several things in that. My question would be to myself, what caused me to be considered lazy in that area? That I don't want to do the work, that I'm in love with the magic, I'm in love with be ye. What caused me? And what we don't know as a people, that is just not a spiritual handicap, but it's like a mental and physical handicap that comes from how we were wired. This is why God have brought me into focus of our brain, that I have the brain series, Sweep Your Brain, because we really don't understand the absolutely awesome image that we were created, this awesome machine called brain. How does it operate? Why do I feel the way I feel? Why do I make the decision? And we keep blaming it on the devil. And my job is to redirect you from blaming the devil and to look within. This beautiful machine called brain that we were created, the result that you see in your life come from there. Why am I finding it hard to follow instruction? We have to go deep sea diving into us, into our brain, into our mind, into our thought, and find out why. And you spending so much time spitting in the corner in your prayer room, binding devil, and the enemy is really laughing because they know better. They take advantage of our ignorance.
Yes.
But nobody wants to be honest. All them demons you're casting, how come they're not leaving?
Right.
Or how come some of them just slow down and come back?
Right.
Because they're going around, they're having a party laughing at you, and when they finish laughing, they come back because of our ignorance. So we mastered demon casting. We mastered deliverance. And we don't understand what the word deliverance means. So here I come with look like a different food, something different, to teach especially believers to maximize the awesomeness of what God created in us, which is our brain, that carry so much treasure that you could die and leave this earth and cause this beautiful treasure to cause the earth to become more valuable because of the value of your brain that you never used. So when you get buried, now the ground it's almost like you sowing a seed, a diamond in the ground. So the graveyard has become more valuable and carries so much minerals, a brain that was unused and untapped. And instead of leaving this earth empty, you leaving full, and sowing this awesomeness of the brain in the ground. Meaning that you're going back void. Because you did not accomplish everything that God had put in you. Now, when you were created, I don't want to go too far. You got to come next week. When you were created, there is mysteries that was put in every part of us in every level. But you have to know the government to enter. Like even let's just take today's teaching. The instruction was from the beginning to the Haftarah to the Parashah, the New Testament, there was instruction for people that have leprosy to follow. Go to the priest, make sure he examined, let him declare unclean. Next thing you do, this is what you do to be purified. Next thing you do, then he said, bring your sacrifice. That's the part that most believers don't want to mess with, because we stuck at the free cheese line. We don't understand the government. Let's say Tazarat is a leprosy. Leprosy sits in the place that is governed by a disease. When that disease is in its realm, there is a government to learn how to destroy it, disengage, overcome. What is the government in that disease that I need to learn? How to overcome it, how to disengage it. We break all the type of the government and then expect, oh, I'm healed. But there is a government you enter to be healed. That's the reason sometimes, it could pray for you, you heal, and the sickness will come back again. Why? Because you didn't learn the government of that disease. Everything have a government. It is governed by something. Why each part of the Parashah, at the end they said, bring an offering. Why? It's not about money. It's about what governed that realm. What is that access that I have to bring an offering? Why was Yeshua an offering to give us access to salvation? Why wasn't it done for free? We say it's free. It wasn't free. He paid his life. Why did it take? Because that government of salvation, what did it take for you to have access to it? That government access to bring a life, to bring the blood, to pay a price, to enter that government to have access to it. So if we're that type of people that don't understand the government and we want to keep going around breaking the laws of those government, you will never have the fullness of what God has for you. I have been called to teach, to train, to educate, and to show you the government of these realms. There is a government of relationship. There is all type of relationship, whether it's marriage, family. There is a government. There's a government of in your mental healing, as well as your physical healing. That's why the brain is fascinating to me. It's a roadmap to what you need to your success in life. That's why the brain looks like a road. It looks like a road. Look like all you need is a GPS. Turn left, turn right.
Like
this is what's going on. This is
like a maze.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's a flashing light right there by that brain on the left side.
Wow.
The whole body is governed by that map. And some of us have this treasure, let it sit there, let it rot. We don't use it. It's getting old. It have cobwebs. It have all kinds because we don't use it. So, even with Naaman, when it was time for him to be healed, yeah, he represented one type of people. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the offering. I'm gonna give you all you need. Now you do it my way, because I've already paid. I give my offering. I give my tithe. Now you gonna tell me to go down the river? All that money I gave, you can't even come and see me. You sent a servant to me. You see that?
Yes.
And for me to go to this dirty river, talking about going down and I pay all this money. We have some of those mindset because we don't understand the government. So he had to follow the instruction. Again, we have an issue following instruction. We take the instruction like a little chipmunk and we put it in the corner and we chip at it and we pick what we're going to do, what we're not going to do, and how we're going to do it. And the result is never the same. The result is not productive. You're not having good success because the idea of I'm just going to do this, I'm just going to do that, I'm going to pick, well, I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to do this. Everybody understand that? When Moshe was giving the instruction about when and the whole thing talked about the Tazarat, right? But the Parashah is called she conceived. Why is all the scriptures talking about leprosy, but it's called she conceived?
Right.
Good question.
Good question. Good question.
Come on the 20th, you'll find out. Is she conceived? What is God talking about? We'll look at it in one realm, in one natural, and say, yes, the woman that had her baby, she was impure. How did we jump that to leprosy?
Right.
I know. These questions, when you study, should come up. Don't be afraid of asking God these questions. Well, what does that have to do with this? So what is the conception is speaking of? What am I conceiving? And where is really the conceiving is coming from? Because it's a birthing. Mm-hmm. Right? We assume because the instruction of a woman supposed to do this and supposed to do that. But how did we change from conceiving to leprosy? And I'm going to leave it right there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it right there. But the reason I brought it up is that you have to understand that the type of teaching and the type of GPS that I could lead you to the mysteries to find out how to live life. Not just under that. See, perfect example. What you just read in Exodus 18. Teach them the laws. What I just told you, that when Moshe said, okay, the Parashah called she conceived, I could teach you that spiritually. Then teach them how to live. How did we get from that to how to live? And we're talking about leprosy. So in the natural, we're talking about someone living with leprosy. Now teach them how to live. Yeshua gave that instruction exactly after he said, okay, now I am cleansed. You go through the government of conceiving. Then you go through the government of cleansing. Then now you go into the government on how to live. Then Yeshua went into that government and said to him, now go and let the priest examine you and offer a sacrifice that Moshe commanded. So you could excel in the government of the spirit and conceiving. And I'm not giving you all the pieces purposely. And then when you jump into the natural, Why do I need the priest to examine me for? You already healed me. I don't receive that. God already told me that this is what he said, and what you said. It never happened in me. Try to give a clarity and understanding on how to bring that spirit into the natural. No, that's not what God told me. God told me this. So Yeshua healed him, and when he said, go to the priest and examine, why would I need to be examined? You already healed me. Why do I need to do this? Don't make no sense. That's not what God told me. So my interpretation of what God told you sounded different. Because why? Because you stuck in the community of the spirit, and you don't know how to get in the car and drive away into the community of life.
Good example.
It's the same way that your blood is purple when it's in your body. When it travels into the community of oxygen, it's red. Now, your organs could jump up and say, that's not blood, really, because blood is purple. Every organ in your body could testify that that's not really blood, because it's a different color. So your organ, your heart, your kidneys, there ain't no blood, that's not right, there ain't blood, there ain't God. And if you travel on the inside without oxygen, you will say the purple thing is not blood. So the mind, what's causing my mind not to transitioning from learning a spiritual thing and translating it to life? And so many of us have missed, like Naaman would have missed, because he did a spiritual thing as well as is a natural thing too, because that principle worked in the spirit as well as natural. He came and gave his offering, gave all the stuff, but he wouldn't follow the instruction. He would have never been healed. He's like, that's too much. I'm not going down no 7 times in that dirty water. If God didn't do it for the first time, he ain't going to do it the 7th time. So what caused my mind to trigger and leave the instruction? What caused my brain to not follow the instruction or to forget the instruction, to rebuttal against the instruction? Good question, huh?
Yes.
There's something in me that rebuttal. Why? What caused? You keep calling it demon. It's not demon. Demonic forces just take advantage of your ignorance. If you have, let's say, the leprosy, it's not a demon that gave it to you. The demon jumped out because it knows that. Okay, let me show. Let me bring something that you familiar with. You have diabetes. You familiar with that? The demon didn't give you diabetes. The demon jumped on of your ignorance of diabetes. Because you sitting there with diabetes and you eating sweet like you going crazy. Every time you turn around, oh, no, you be in there. I bind this diabetes demon. And the demonic forces are laughing at you. Because they know, like, I don't have no power to give you the disease you do. And I'm just eating off what you're giving me. So what caused, right? Could it be misinformation? My perception of what I believe that it is? What's causing me not to something as simple as you may identify yourself, I don't know, why am I so lazy? And really, physically, you're not lazy. But when you put that label on yourself, you become that and you exercise. But it's really not laziness. But because you don't know yourself and you don't know why you're like that, and I will come and say, well, what is that you're doing? What is that? No, that ain't that. That's a devil. I know that's a demon doing it. And then, so they sit there and laugh at me and say, you see, I got an attorney. You can't move me. Because I have legal right because you gave it legal right.
That makes sense.
You notice roaches don't like light. Little creatures, they don't like light. You turn on the light, they run.
Right. Why is it?
How do you identify that with you? You don't like being aware of things. No, that ain't right. No, ain't. That's not what God said.
We roaches.
We reject the light and we go back to the comfort. What is that in me that caused me to do that?
Yes.
Those are scientifically real. Why? But because you don't know it, your ignorance is his food. My people perish because what? Not lack.
Rejected.
We reject it. Turn off the light. No, turn it off. No, that ain't right. No. That don't make no sense. All of a sudden now you got common sense, but before the common sense was gone and picked up and left. All of a sudden common sense just came back. That don't make no sense. So where was your common sense when you were making that choice?
Making that decision.
You put stuff in your body that's killing you, and then you wonder why. Be honest. How many of us actually take time in learning our body, our mind? How does our body react towards certain things? How do we take time out to learn? How does this affect me? Is this good for me? Should I continue to do that? You don't take time out to do that. You were put on earth to do that. We have time for everything else. When people say, take care of yourself, it's time for you to take care of me, what does that mean? To us, it just means put the perfume on the doo-doo. Okay, let me tell you what that means. You go and do spa. You go do your little nails. You go your hair. What you doing? You're beautifying the toxic.
The inner, yeah.
You're not taking care of you.
It's covering up.
All you're doing is putting flowers on the doo-doo.
Okay.
That's not taking care of you. And every time the light come on, turn off that light. No, that's not true. No, I don't receive that. That's not for me. That's for you. That's not what God's saying to me. Then I'll say, physician, heal thyself. Since you know so much, why would he tell Moshe, teach them, show them? Nobody can show you nothing. Nobody can teach you nothing. Because you already know. The mystery of life. And what we don't understand, life is like a big chess. And you have to learn how to play the game. It's called life.
That was good.
That was a school of thought right there.
That was good.
That was good.
Yes, it was.
You don't jump up and learn how to play chess or play. You have to learn the technique, the system.
Yeah.
Am I not right?
Yeah.
That's life. Some of us are just driving through life and just throwing the fry in the car. Whoosh. Here's your food. Thank you. And you keep driving. This is what I have been called, and I could take you the same scripture and translate it into life and show you what it looks like. There's nothing wrong with the spirit realm, but we need to graduate into life, because you only just keep living one level and you think God's just going to come in and give you everything you need that level. Don't work like that. It don't work like that. That's why I want you to come on the 12th. all the mental issue we having, or some of us having mental breakdown right before people's eyes, and you don't know it because you think what mental breakdown looks like by looking at somebody else, but it looks different for you.
Yes.
So you don't even know you're experiencing a mental breakdown.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Depression looks different to different people. And some of us have nursed it like it's your regular life. Or some of us are not depressed. We just assume that it is because we project it from someone else what it looks like. You never sat down and went and went to a guide and said, you remember Moshe when his father-in-law gave him the advice about people, because people were coming to him for advice. They were coming to him and asking. We don't have that today. Everybody going in the corner and talking to a God. Everybody got their own prayer room. Ooh.
That was good.
That sure was good. You have your own little lab in your house. You see that? You created your own lab. You created your own library. You created your own prayer room. You created everything you need. And you have no idea that is a disease all by itself.
That was good.
That is a disease all by itself. Because God did not create us to jointly fit on our own bones and our own tissue, and we just jointly fit with us, nobody else. If I need you, I'll get in touch with you. But when you do give me something, I'm gonna pick what I want out of it. So that is a mutant.
Mm-hmm. Callous.
And you don't even know that you're a mutant because it's just you, yourself, and God. I don't want nobody else because everybody else is no good. Everybody else is this. But let me show you this. There is a particular veggie. For some of you that's Jamaican, could help me the name of it. Ackee. I love it. Ackee, and I eat it with fish. Ackee fish. Ackee and fish. That particular vegetable, if you don't know how to pick it, inside of it is good, but there's poison around it. If you don't know how to pick it, you're going to put poison in the food. That's life. Every time we see poison, we see something, no, I don't want. So you just let the treasure go. Because you don't want to take your time to pick what's right out of it. Because no, I ain't got that. No, I'm not going to. That's why a lot of you don't like fish, because too much bones. You like filet. I like the fish with the bone. I'm not going to throw away nothing. I'm going to work my way to the meat of the bone and take all the meat out of the bone because they belong to me. See, that speaks of something about your life. I'm not afraid of the challenge. But there's a market that's created for you because of your fear of the challenge. You can't make fake fish with bones in it, but you can make fake filet.
So
that's
true.
a market for you.
So true. So true. My God.
So you don't want to eat the fruit from the fruit with the seed. You rather they take the seed out, make it a juice, and make it easy for the convenience is killing you.
Yeah, right.
Did God create us for that type of convenience?
No.
So now there's a market, people getting millions off of, take the seed out. I don't want to do that. Blend it for me. And all the chemicals added to it. Yeah, go ahead. Make it easy. Make the food already put it on the shelf. Good? Yep. You see that?
It's a cycle.
When you give a rose, there's thorn in the rose. Are you going to throw the rose away? Or are you going to learn how to hold it?
Yes. You gonna learn how to hold
And they expensive.
and how to take it out.
You notice when you buy something in the store that's already cut up, that's already peeled, it's more expensive than you doing it yourself.
Yes.
Sure is.
And us? Oh yeah, go ahead and give it to me. Just do it, family. Just do it. So we have nothing to exercise working. So that part of your machine in your brain went to sleep. Because it's not being exercised. So here I come as a coach and a mentor. No, do this, do that. Nah, that's too much. I just, because that part of your brain trying to wake up. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. That's too much. Convenient. What's convenient? Shortcut. Somebody. Shortcut. I order shortcut.
Ouch.
So there's nothing in your life to exercise that part of your brain. I'm called to exercise that part of your brain. That's full of money, full of wealth, full of whole lot. It's a good seed that's gonna make the ground. I wish I could just take your brain and put it in the bank for me. Because you're wasting it, you're not using it. And maybe I could get rich off of your brain and put it in a jar somewhere and sell it. Because you sure not using it. I could make it work for me. Mental issue, meaning that is something got crossed in the wires. I'm not going to give you too much, but you're able to rewire it. Come on the 20th. Come in the class. Sweep your brain. Yeah. Sweep it.
And I won't forget what it is.
Give it a broom. Sweep. Hey, sweep your brain. Hey. What I'm saying is because all the dust, all the cobweb, the stuff you're not using. Sweep it.
Yes.
It's a genius. That was a genius. Whoever came up with all these convenient stuff for you, they are a genius. Whoever came up with the idea of giving you seedless this and seedless that, they're making money. That's genius.
Sure is. Convenience, but it's expensive.
And you sitting there just
It's very expensive.
Yes, convenient. And anything that causes you to work hurt. Anything that causes you to do more bothers you, hurt. Why?
Because we want that convenience.
We are in a society that does not that celebrate your mental handicap. Write that down. We are in a society that celebrates your mental handicap. And you have to be willing to say, not me. But you listen to everybody, yeah, that's right, yeah, that's right, oh, yeah. Celebrating your mental handicap, and you all right with that. That's why I said I am not a motivator. I am a cultivator. I do not celebrate your mental handicap. No, it's not okay. Yes, it is your fault. Yeah, you should have made a different choice. No, I'm not going to celebrate your mental handicap because you know why? Because if I do that, I'm calling God a deadbeat God. I'm saying, God, you didn't do a good job. You're not enough. Look what you gave us, something unuseful. That's what that means. And I refuse to do that because he didn't do that. He's not a deadbeat dad. How dare he put you on this earth and not provide you a way for you to live properly? That's a deadbeat dad. Is he that?
My God.
Education, cultivation, and transformation. That is me. But only those. That's the reason why Yeshua told the man that was by the pool, well, do you really want to be here? Because I ain't got time to be bothered if you don't want to. But how will make you think I don't want to? Because I'm about to give you instruction. If you don't follow them, that's me. You don't want to be here. That is the translation of that scripture. Tell it to me anyway. Just talk to me. No, I'm not here to stimulate you. That's why I'm not a motivator. I'm not here to stimulate you, make you feel good about who you think you are, who you say you are, who you believe you are. No, I'm here to cultivate you to get the better you out of you. Why? Because my faith is in him, not in you. Because I know God. The CEO of the universe, he's worth more than that. He did not create junk. You made it junk, but he didn't create that. So I'm not going by you. I'm going by his record of who he is. And because I'm going by his record, I'm going to pull the best I know that he created out of you. I'm not going to pay attention to what those chemicals in your brain telling you. I'm not paying attention to that. Your chemical told you today you were black, and the next day the chemical changed and told you were yellow, and the next day it changed you were green. I'm not going to pay attention to those chemicals. Then the chemical told you were lizard today, and the chemical come back next year, no, you were lying. And you think I'm going to no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call heaven and say, heaven, we got a problem.
Right.
Chemicals ain't working properly up in here. So I have to go by his record of what he's shown me. I am the creator of all things. Nothing was done without him. So I have to go by that pattern to pull the best of what he created out of you. So I don't pay attention to the rest of it. That's motivating. I'm not called for that. Cultivate the best.
Yes. Yes.
Some people reject it. That's too much. And that's okay. That's why you should say, you know what? If you're going to follow my instruction, you ain't ready. Call me when you're ready. I'll be back.
Right.
You're not even mature enough to make a decision to say, I want to. Isn't that something? So when he asked that question, do you really want to be here? He's like, what you think I don't want to be? I've been sitting on here all these years. I don't have nobody to help me. Because it's not going to take you helping nobody. It's going to take you following the instruction. That's what the portion was today. This is the following instruction. When you do that, you go to the priest, you get that, and you bring an offering. You know, going to the priest, I ain't going to bring an offering. I ain't got no money to bring no offering. We break all type of law. And then they expect to my coming, we sit at the ambassador. Now come and get me. I don't care I broke no law. Come and get me. Rescue me, God. Rescue me.
Please. Rescue me, Father.
And he's like, what about what I gave you? I've got to finish that book that I started years ago. Law-abiding citizen. Cause we're not abiding by the law because we don't understand there is a law that governs every realm, and we just keep breaking it all the time. We break laws in relationship and wonder why people don't like you and won't people want to talk to you. People don't want because you're breaking all the laws of relationship. We're gonna talk about that when I finish the air. When I get off there, I'll just have a little bit of juice for it about relationship. You can't have relationship or not learn how to have relationship with people. For those of you who want to be married, but you think you're going to have a relationship with your mate, but you can't even relate to anybody else. But you assume the sex is going to cause you to have a relationship with him or her. That makes no sense.
Yeah, right.
Sex ain't that powerful.
It is not.
Only good for a few minutes. They have no permanent impact. It's a temporary impact. So it's not going to change the narrative. But a lot of us believe that. It's like, that dude, that's going to be my mate. So no, the same way you treat your friend is the same way you're going to treat your mate. Nasty.
I love somebody.
Because you still got to be married after.
Still got to be married afterwards.
I tell my spiritual children all the time, how you going to do me like that? And you think you're going to do your husband? No. No. You're not going to be married long. So we break the law of communication. Not learning how to properly communicate. We throw stuff out there, boom, and hope it sticks. Because we don't know how, we break the law of communication. Well, you understand what I'm saying? Like for some people, I won't even talk to you because I don't even understand what you're saying. One of the laws of communication is to articulate. And I'm like, oh my God, what did they say? And I'm just sitting in my ear. Oh, really? Oh. You understand a word they're saying. And I'm thinking, can you please articulate? What are you saying? Well, and I'm talking about professional, personal, everybody. On the phone, like, I wait till they finish. And I'm like, I didn't understand a word you just said. Can you repeat that, please? And I forced them to articulate. How are you going to speak to me? And I'm supposed to put the words together myself and then translate. Because I'm just ready to. And I love doing that when they call me, honey. I wait till they finish the whole paragraph. I didn't understand the word you said. Can you repeat that, please? And this time, try and slower. You have to recognize, but you don't practice it with your family. You don't practice with your friend. Where did it come from? It come from hanging around your complex. Hey, we yell at each other. And we just say, well, I meant. Come on, let's be real. That's what we tell the children. Don't ask me no questions. Just do as I say. And they're just like, I don't even understand what mom just said me to do. And they did it wrong. You beat them. You get in trouble. But you never really articulate and explain what you wanted them to do.
So true.
You guessing.
So true.
I do it all the time too. I'll be like guessing what they said. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know what you said. So there is laws in everything. You got to take time to learn how to live life properly. There is a proper way to live to get every juice out of life that's available for you. If you don't allow your intuition to be sharpened, it'll be passing by you, giving you wisdom and strength. You'll be like, because that's what you're used to. You don't get none of it. And then you go pray, Father, Lord, give me the ideas. I don't know what to do. And be like, we all like been trying to tell you all this. Because we don't understand the system, the art of living.
The art of living. That was good.
I need someone to teach me the art of living. There's certain, okay, I'm giving too much. Let me see you on the 20th. Register, HannahJosué.com. It's free. Your favorite word, free. And I want you to come. What is my next class? The Revelation of You. It's in May. Somebody get that date for me real quick. That particular class, I am going to show you the treasure map of the location of your success in life. I'm going to show you how to travel that map. Revelation. I believe the Divine Revelation of You is the name of it. It's in May. Somebody get it for me real quick and put it on there. It's like I must give you this last point. in church, you have these people that should be graduating from what they've been taught to learn how to live what they've been taught. They're still sitting on the pew, and the babies that's outside wanting to learn what they learn, they can't even come in because you're sitting in their seat. The church is supposed to be a revolving door. It's not someplace you get stuck for the rest of your life. It's a revolving door. You're supposed to go live that. You're supposed to go live what you learn. And the door's supposed to open for those who need to come and learn what you learned for the last 10, 20, 30 years. But some of us, we stuck there because we don't have nowhere to go. We don't know how to go. No one taught us how to live. We still stuck on teach them the laws and the principles. But we never crossed over to show them how to live. Now, I've been called to do that. Now watch. Well, I could do that too. I'm going to go ahead and teach them that. Instead of sticking to your lane and let the next teacher teach the other class. Now you want one teacher to want to learn every lesson the other teacher learned, so you could teach because you're scared that once the people you taught leave to learn, you scared your pew's going to be empty. Then what kind of God we're serving? I don't want to keep teaching the same people for the rest of my life. I personally do not want to do that. I need you to go learn how to live so I could teach the one behind you the same thing. What am I doing? Repeating myself to you over and over for 10 years, 20 years. And then what? What happened next? Right. You're supposed to go ahead and, plant yourself. Become a tree. Bear fruit. But you still sitting over here as a seed? That's discouraging. For me, a true leader. Why you think Yeshua was telling them to go, go, go? He didn't keep them. He keeps saying stuff for them to leave. Live, 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 live. We stuck with the gift called life. And we never saw it for it to become an action word, living. It's called the boring life. I don't want to live a boring life. So how do I live a life that's not boring? Good question. Book a session with me, I'll tell you. Yes, HannahJosué.com. I'll be more than happy to guide you and lead you and show you exactly what to do. Now you're going to have to be ready. Nah, that ain't right. Nah, okay. Because trust me, I'm going to say, okay. That's why all your sessions have to be paid for. Now, when you pay for it and you don't accept the knowledge and you accept the wisdom, that's you. That's why everything has to be paid for. Ain't no payment. The payment comes before the session. Because if you reject it, then you lose your money. You see the concept? So it's gonna make you listen. Because you know you invested your money. If it's free, then you be like, that's why God don't play that. Salvation is not free, people. It's not. So, any question? Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me for another session of the School of Thought. I will see you next Saturday, 11 o'clock. Be on time. I will see you. Come, free food, free ambiance, all the wonderful things. I have some surprises for you. Yes, it's going to be extremely effective. And I also, when is the next class, Revelation of You? Did somebody put that for me?
Yes, it's May 30th through the 31st.
May 30th and 31st is a 2-day class. The Revelation of You, register for that class. I believe it's on the website too. Mm-hmm. It's the roadmap of your success. Okay? So So thank you for joining me. Shabbat Shalom to all of you. Have an absolutely awesome day. I will see you on Saturday, April 20th.